Here we are. It is Wednesday, September 29th, 2021. This is PJ. This is our daily lectionary readings. Wednesday, we're still reflecting on what happened on this past Sunday. So we have our three readings. Psalm 5, once again, for our psalm reading. We do the same psalm Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays. We reflect back on Sunday. We're continuing our story in Zechariah for our Old Testament reading. And the New Testament today comes from the Gospel of Matthew. Let us listen in to our three scriptures for the day. Psalm 5. Listen, God, please pay attention. Can you make sense of these ramblings, my groans and cries? King God, I need your help. Every morning, you'll hear me at it again. Every morning, I lay out my pieces of life on your altar and watch for fire to descend. You don't socialize with the wicked or invite evil over as your house guests. Hot air boasters collapse in front of you. You shake your head over mischief maker. God destroys lie speaker. Bloodthirsty and truth bender disgust you. And here I am, your invited guest. It's incredible. I enter your house. Here I am, prostrate in your inner sanctum, waiting for direction to get me safely through enemy lines. Every word they speak is a landmine. Their lungs breathe out poisonous gas. Their throats are gaping graves. Their tongues are slick as mudslides. Pile on the guilt, God. Let their so-called wisdom wreck them. Kick them out. They have had their chance. But you'll welcome us with open arms when we run to cover for you. Let the party last all night. Stand guard over our celebration. You are famous, God, for welcoming God seekers, for decking us out in the light. Our Old Testament reading, we continue in the book of Zechariah. Today we are going to take a look, because we're in the message of Zechariah chapter 10, the whole chapter, which is going to be verses 1 through 12. Pray to God for rain. It's time for the spring rain. To God, the rain maker, spring thunderstorm maker, maker of grain and barley. Store-bought gods babble gibberish. Religious experts sprout rubbish. They pontificate hot air. Their prescriptions are nothing but smoke. And so the people wander like lost sheep. Poor lost sheep without a shepherd. I'm furious with the so-called shepherds. They're worse than billy goats. And I'll treat them like goats. God of the angel armies will step in and take care of his flock, the people of Judah. He'll revive their spirits. Make them proud to be on God's side. God will use them in this work of rebuilding. Use them as foundations and pillars. Use them as tools and instruments. Use them to oversee their work. There'll be a workforce to be proud of, working as one. Their heads held high, striding through swamps and mud. Courageous and vigorous, because God is with them. Undeterred by the world's thugs. I'll put muscle in the people of Judah. I'll save the people of Joseph. I know their pain and will make them as good as new. They'll get a fresh start as if nothing had happened. And why? Because I am their very own God. I'll do what needs to be done for them. The people of Ephraim will be famous. their lives brimming with joy. Their children will get in on it too. Oh, let them feel blessed by God. I'll whistle and they'll come running. I've set them free. Oh, how they will flourish. Even though I scattered them to the far corners of the earth. They'll remember me in faraway places. They'll keep the story alive in their children, and they will come back. I'll bring them back from the Egyptian west and round them up on the Assyrian east. I'll bring them back to sweet Gilead, back to leafy Lebanon. Every square foot of the land will be marked by homecoming. They'll sail through troubled seas, brush aside brash ocean waves. Roaring rivers will turn to trickle. Gaudy Assyrian will be stripped bare. Bully Egypt exposed as a fraud. But my people, oh, I'll make them strong. God strong. And they'll live my way. God says so. Our New Testament reading today comes from the Gospel of Matthew, chapter 18, verses 6 through 9. But if you give them a hard time, bullying or taking advantage of their simple trust, you'll soon wish you hadn't. You'd be better off dropped in the middle of a lake with a millstone around your neck. Doom to the world for giving these God-believing children a hard time. Hard times are inevitable, but you don't have to make it worse. And it's doomsday to you if you do. If your hand or foot gets in the way of God, chop it off and throw it away. You're better off maimed or lame and alive than proud owners of 2 hands and 2 feet, godless in a furnace of eternal fire. And if your eye distracts you from God, pull it out and throw it away. You're better off one-eyed and alive than exercising your 20/20 vision from inside the fire of hell. And here ends our readings today.